Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Watching the Cup Series race from Watkins, Glen. They're going to go to overtime here after having two wrecks in a row, and especially a big one, the S's. You got Chris Bush on the front row with Carson Hocevar, who might sneak up here and get an upset. You got Shane Van Gisbergen and Washington in row 2, the two best cars all day long. And you got, I think that's Michael McDowell and Chase Briscoe row 3. Green flag is back in the air. SVG makes a move into turn 1, 3 wide, contact maybe, yep, hit the 17 on the left wheel. Bush off the track, SVG to the lead. Shane Van Gisbergen restarted third, he goes to first. And Chase Briscoe trying to get on the outside, Michael McDowell for fifth, maybe Chastain for fourth, but can't do anything. And all behind Shane Van Gisbergen and Chris Buescher as they head down to the bus stop. There's still Briscoe trying to make a move on Michael McDowell for fifth as they head off to the bus stop between the 16 and the 17. Okay, looks like Zane Smith actually got by Chase Briscoe for fifth there. They all double found in the back of the pack, though. But the battle is on between the 16 and the 17. Up, while chasing out, he's Carson Hocevar for third. Chastain was not able to get by Hocevar. He's still side by side with him, though. SVG trying to get his second career win in the Cup Series. It'll be the first win in the Cup Series for colleagues since the Charlotte Wolfville last fall with AJ Allmendinger. As they come to turn 7 to take the white flag. On board the 17 as he chases down the 16. White flag is in the air. Final lap of the Glen. Two drivers are playing spoiler for the playoffs. The only playoff driver in the top 10 right now is Chase Briscoe in 7th. So everyone's playing playoff spoiler. As they head off into turn 2 for the final time. Deja vu of Marcus Ambrose and Brad Keselowski possibly, with Brad Keselowski chasing down Marcus Ambrose. This time it's Brad Keselowski driver Chris Buescher chasing down Supercars Australian Shane Van Gisbergen. Head off into the bus stop. One last shot for Buescher possibly. Oh, SVG slipped. SVG slipped. Buescher's on the bumper. Here comes Buescher to the inside. Contact. He moves him. Buescher to the inside. Buescher to the lead. He gets by the workhorse ace Shane Van Gisbergen. Can Shane get back to him? Way a mistake from SVG. It could cost him the win. Here he goes into turn 6. I don't think he's going to get... Whoa! Hang on to it, SVG! Hang on to it! Woohoo! What a save by Shane Van Gisbergen. But playoff spoiler, Chris Buescher missed the playoffs because of Chase Briscoe win in Darlington. He wins at Watkins Glen for payback. Chris Buescher wins. Shane Van Gisbergen second. Carson Hocevar third. Wash Chastain fourth. And Zane Smith running out the top 5. 2 Spire cars in the top 5. That is awesome. That's awesome. And Carson Hocevar was actually there too, man. That was sweet. And Buescher was burning it down victory lane for the second win for RFK this season. First one since Brad Keselowski in the throwback race at Darlington. This is the restart. That was the restart. Shane Van Gisbergen dove it underneath Buescher right there. And then he clipped him in the left rear. Watched him up to the 77 of Hocevar. And then SVG got a 2-for-1 deal. Got by both Hocevar and Buescher. And this is the bus stop. Ooh, it looked like he clipped the guardrail there. And he slipped. Looked like he hit the guardrail and he slipped. A rare mistake by SVG allowed Chris Buescher to capitalize and pounce on the workhorse ace and take it away. See, right here, you're gonna come into the bus stop here. Watch this. Watch the 16. Right there. He just clipped that guardrail. They took out that curb so that you're able to attack that corner more. And I think he went a little too much into it, turned a little too much into the guardrail. And there they go. Buescher gets him, and this is the onboard shot. Watch the white front of the 16. Right there. He clipped that guardrail, and it upset the car. And a rare mistake by Shane Van Gisbergen costs him a win in the Cup Series. And right there, Buescher just pounced on him. And took the lead and never looked back. SVG almost upset the field once again by getting his second career win in the Cup Series. Made the announcement he's going to be full-time at Cup next year for Trackhouse and the third Trackhouse car, the 88. right here. This is the right there. He just kissed that guardrail, and it was just enough to upset the car, and for him to mess up the bus stop. Like I said, it's a rare mistake by a real court race like SVG to make that kind of mistake and hand the win to Chris Buescher. But for Chris Buescher, this is kind of bittersweet because what if he would have made the playoffs? What if Chase Briscoe didn't win Darlington? Because he would have been on to the round of 12 with this win if he would have made it the playoffs. Which, not gonna lie, he should definitely been in the playoffs. But due to the system, unfortunately, he was the first one out by a good few points. I think it was like 6 points off of Montreux Jr. So yeah. It sucks that Buescher sucks that Buescher is not in the playoffs, but this win is very deserving. He wasn't the best car, but he was there right there at the end, though. So first win since Daytona last summer. Should have already had like 2 wins at this point. Should have, because of that photo finish at Kansas back in the spring, and then of course that spring race at Darlington, like I mentioned, that Brad Keselowski won because of Tyler Reddick, and that kept him out of the playoffs. Just the game we play. Poor SVG coming home second. He finished 5th, I believe, in the National Series race yesterday, and almost stole the show again. First career win on the road course for Chris Buescher. It's been a long time coming, too, because he's been sneaky underrated on the road course. I think he's finished top 10 in 12 of the last 13 road course races, I think, which is all in the next-gen car, which is insane. It's just insane. So SVG is going to be a threat on road courses next year. He's definitely going to make the playoffs with a win on a road course. Whether it be Watkins Glen again next year, whether it be Mexico or Chicago again. SVG coming home second. Heartbreaker, man. Almost get Colleague the first win in about a year in the Cup Series. This is another view of it. This was all the difference right here. Watch right there. He just glazed it with the white front of that 16 car. He just glazed it, and that was all she wrote. And that little bit of contact upset the car, which is kind of crazy to think about. That little bit of contact messed up his whole rhythm in the bus stop, and it cost him the win. That's insane. That little bit of contact was all the difference between winning and finishing second. That's crazy. That's just crazy. I'm happy. I'm not mad about either one. I'm winning, honestly. I like both guys. I like both SVG. I like Buescher. So I'm happy for one. I'm sad for the other. It would have been the same way, other way around. If SVG would have won, I'd been sad that Chris finished second, because he had another one taken away from him. But if since Buescher won, I'm not happy. I'm not mad at SVG finished second, because one, he's part-time at Cup, and two, it just shows that no matter if he wins or finishes second, he's going to be a threat next year on road courses. So either way, I'm not mad or angry at all. I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I'm happy for both of them. I'm happy for both. But now we head to Bristol, the playoffs, heading off into the round of, going to set the field for the round of 12. Saturday night under the lights in Thunder Valley. It's going to be an interesting race to see who's going to come out on top for that one. Because we got some surprise drivers like Denny Hamlin, Montreux Jr., and Brad Keselowski below the cutoff line. And all three have historically, somewhat for Truex, but mainly Keselowski and Hamlin. Those two have been really, really good. at Bristol. And Chase Briscoe being a surprise, he was like, I think he was the best playoff driver today, which was shocking. Because basically every playoff driver had some sort of issue. I think he and Austin Cindric, I think, were like the only two drivers that had like no issues all day, which is insane. But on to Bristol. That's good to do for me, y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to the video, ring the little bell so you can notify when we upload. Congrats to Chris Buescher getting his first win of the season, although it was a little bit of sweet because he's not in the playoffs. But it is what it is for Buescher. Should have been in the playoffs, but due to the system, he's out. But he'll be in there next year. Definitely. I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.